When we open the Bible and read the story as it's given to us, we may think we are talking about people that lived, individuals, persons that, as we are, but it's not so. The characters depicted in the Bible are not the individuals named. They are simply states signified by those names. For instance, the name Moses, or the name Abraham, or the name, well, any name that you find in Scripture. They are not individuals, as you and I are. It's simply a state of consciousness through which the individual, you and I, the immortal being, we pass through these states. The word Moses means to be born. It's the old perfective of the Egyptian verb to be born. Abraham, the father of the multitudes. We start there, moving through states. And you and I pass through these states towards our own redemption. We come to the end. And that state is personified in Scripture. And men take the personification and worship it as a person, stick it on the wall, and then cross themselves before it and genuflect, not knowing that these are states. So we must learn to distinguish between states and the individuals who pass through these states. These states are eternal. They are forever. You are an immortal being, and you move through states. The states remain permanent forever. You pass on. We change states. The states do not change. We change states. But we, the individual, we are forever. It's like moving through a city. The city remains, but we pass on. To think that because we have left the city, that the city has ceased to exist would be stupid. The city remains, and we go on. We pass from one state to another state, and finally we come to the end. That end is described in Scripture as Jesus. But that's a state. You are the immortal being passing through states. And when you come to the very end, you are in that state. It was predetermined. It was shown all of us before we started. Shown us in the state called Abraham. We saw it all in detail. And if we entered it reluctantly or not, who knows? Paul tells us that we were made subject unto futility, not willingly, but by the will of him who subjected us in hope. And the hope was that we would obtain the glorious liberty of the sons of God. So we were told that it was not altogether a willing subjection on our part, but we kept the divine vision, as Paul said, in time of trouble. And so we continue on the journey. In this world, you and I can create states. But the spiritual states are eternal. We create a state here, it's not eternal. We create a state to deliver individuals forevermore. I create a state. Somebody asks me, will you hear that I am? And they name what they would like to be. All right? So that I must create the state, knowing that he is now in a state that he dislikes. I must distinguish between the being and the state that he is in. So I see him unemployed. All right? So he's unemployed. And he wants to be gainfully employed. There's nothing wrong in that. So I represent him to myself as one who is gainfully employed, who has more than he's ever had before. To the degree that I am self-persuaded that he is what I have now imagined him to be, to that degree he will actually become it. I move him out of one state into another. But that state into which he fell remains for anyone to fall into it. And all can fall into it at the same time, for that matter. He's not the only occupant of the state of being unemployed. There could be millions being unemployed. And there could be millions who desire to be out of it. Many who are unemployed have no desire to be out of it. They prefer to be on welfare. That's their desire. Perfectly all right. But if someone desires to be gainfully employed and to leave the state of being unemployed, you and I can create that state. Well, how do I create the state? By using my imagination. Imagination is not a state. It's the human existence himself. You are all imagination. And God is all imagination. You are God. And God is actually within you as your own wonderful human imagination. Now, these permanent states of the soul, these spiritual states, they remain. You and I pass through them towards our own redemption. But in the interval, we meet a friend, and the friend is in need of help. And the help is to move him out of the state. I can give him money, but as Peter said, silver and gold have I not for thee, but such as I have give I unto thee. And he creates a state, and takes the man from being a beggar, who's always begging on the corner, and puts him into a state where he jumps up with joy. He's now employed, not begging for money. So he didn't give him coins, he simply gave him a new state of consciousness. So I take you as an individual. I represent you to myself as the one that you would like to be. The one that I, if I were in your state, would like to be. I make it fit within what is known as the golden rule. I do unto others as I would have them do unto me. If I were in that state, would I like to be in some better state? Certainly. Well, then, do it to another. And so if he asks it of you, you simply represent him to yourself as being gainfully employed, or if he is unwell, as being well, or if he is not, if he wants to be married and he can't find the proper mate, then in your mind's eye, you assume that he has found the proper mate. Whatever it is that is a normal, natural request that is not in conflict with your own moral, ethical code. And you create a state. This state, then you lift your individual into that state. Well, how do I do it? I carry on a conversation mentally with that friend from the basis that he is in that state. He tells me how happy he is with his new job and how much he's making. I see him in my mind's eye radiant. Well, then, am I self-persuaded that this imaginal act is a fact? Do I really believe in the reality of what I've done? Do I believe that imagining creates reality? I do. Well, then, to the degree that I am self-persuaded, he becomes the embodiment of what I've imagined him to be. These are states. So man must distinguish between the individual and the state that he is in. So Blake said, I do not consider the just or the wicked to be in a supreme state, but to be every one of them states of the sleep into which the soul may fall in its deadly dreams of good and evil, when it left paradise following the serpent of generation. So we came down to experience death, for this is the world of death, where everything appears, it waxes, it wanes, and it disappears. So everything dies in this world. No matter how long it seems to live, it dies eventually. So we come down into the world of death. And the last enemy to be destroyed or to be overcome is death. I enter death and then conquer death to prove that I cannot die. I am an immortal being, for I am all imagination.
You must be born again, for except you be born again, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. That is, except you leave behind you your present conception of yourself, and assume the nature of the new birth, you will continue to outpicture your present limitations. The only way to change your expressions of life is to change your consciousness, for consciousness is a reality that eternally solidifies itself in the things round about you. Man's world in its every detail is his consciousness outpictured. You can no more change your environment or world by destroying things than you can your reflection by destroying the mirror. Your environment and all within it reflects that which you are in consciousness. As long as you continue to be that in consciousness, so long will you continue to outpicture it in your world. Knowing this, begin to revalue yourself. Man has placed too little value upon himself.
These techniques, if exercised every day, not just they will make you a disciplined man by creating new habits to you, but they will make you manifest many things towards your life very fast. Do not miss these 4 steps, 4 techniques that will bring you abundance into your life. Hello guys, welcome back to another video. I just decided today to share with you an amazing technique that I did and that helped me every day. You know, Neville taught many techniques to make it easy for us. He didn't go deep into any particular technique to elaborate, but he wanted us to find one of his techniques, and the right technique that suits us best. Because people are different to each other. Not the same technique will suit everyone. Not everyone will find himself with the same technique or will manifest with the same technique. I might find myself with a breathing technique. Someone might find himself with the revised technique. So everyone choose the best technique for themselves. Also, Neville didn't mention any particular time on how long to do the exercise in order to manifest it faster. And that's why I'm giving you one of the best techniques that helped me a lot to manifest some things into my life. It only takes 5 minutes, 5 gold minutes, into having the dream of your life in your hands. So let's start. Here are the 5 steps elaborated each one. And the first step is relaxation. You know, just before going into meditation, first you need to prepare yourself. You need to make yourself ready for the process. You can't just go, oh, I'm gonna meditate now. You are tired and you are angry and stressed on something. No, it just doesn't work like that. First you need to find a quiet place and it needs to be comfortable to sit and lie down. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths to relax your body and mind. Release any tension or stress. Clear all your thoughts and become present in the moment. You need to do this for 1 minute. And when you are ready, you go into the second step. So in this first step, all you need to do is relax, lie down, close your eyes, and make yourself ready to go into the second step. The second step is visualization. This step will also take 1 minute to do it. Now, in this step, you gotta challenge yourself. You gotta find for yourself the thing that you want to have into your life. Name the specific thing that you want to manifest. Close your eyes and visualize your desired outcome and imagine it as it has already happened, as it is already yours. See yourself experiencing and enjoying the outcome. Visualize the thing as vividly as possible. Use all your senses to make the visualization as real as possible. Feel the emotions associated with achieving your desire. And that's it for the second step. The third step is affirmation. Now, when we are at the affirmations, you need to find or state a positive affirmation related to your manifestation goal. For example, I am now experiencing, and you name your desired thing immediately after I am now experiencing. Or, I am happy and grateful now that I have, and you name your desired thing. Or people are now loving my new, and you name your desired thing. Repeat this affirmation with conviction, believing that it is already true. This takes just 1 minute. And the fourth step is gratitude. What you need to do in this step is express gratitude for receiving your desire. Always be thankful for things that you want to have. Feel thankful for the manifestation even though it hasn't physically happened yet. Feel the emotions of gratitude deeply. The key here is to genuinely feel grateful. So I'm gonna repeat one more time the 4 steps that you need to remember in this video. The first step was relaxation. Just relax, lie down or sit in a comfortable chair and close your eyes and make yourself ready for the second step. The second step was visualization. Visualization meaning that you need to find your desire, you need to find the thing that you want to visualize during this step. The third step is affirmation. You need to find the right affirmation that is related to your goal and repeat that over and over again. And the fourth step is gratitude. You feel thankful and grateful for things that you want to manifest, and you feel grateful that you have it already. After doing these 4 important steps, now you need to go into another 3 smaller steps. The first one is release, and you need to let go any attachment to the outcome. Let all you have done in secret, in visualization, let it go. Trust that your subconscious mind is working to bring your desire to you. Release any doubts or worries. Second step is confidence. Feel confident and certain that your desire is on its way. Trust in the process and your ability to manifest what you want. Feel confident that your desire may come tomorrow. There is no exact time on manifestation on when your desire is going to come. It may come tomorrow, it may come today, or after 1 month. You never know. After doing this, we're going into the third step. Open your eyes and return to the present moment with a positive and confident mindset, knowing that what you did into these 5 minutes is not a dream. It is already your reality. It is already your life. And then go your way. Continue your day where you left. Start doing what you have on plan to do. And do not take any moment thinking that your desire is not gonna come. Start doing what you have in plan to do, and do not take any moment to think that your desire is not gonna come because of this or because of that. When such thoughts come to you, just change it. Take immediately action and change it and bring back your desired state. Because you don't need to know why you can't have something, why you can't have your reality into your world. You can't doubt what you just felt as true. Okay guys, that's it for this video, and in this video I explained the 4 techniques that just take 5 minutes into your day to manifest what you want in life. Okay guys, if you made till the end and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment below, and thanks for watching.